Okay, again, good afternoon to everyone. So for this session, we're just going to have, we will have an evaluation if none of you can present your PowerPoint yet for your research proposal. So we will just have like for, let's start with group 2. And also group 8 already have their research proposal, no? But let's check with group 2 muna since sila yung nakasalang dito, new activity. So just let me know if some of you are already ready for your presentation, ha? So let's have a look doon sa ating group 2 kung anong laman ng kanilang wala pa gud nako na check kasi, no? So ang title, makita man ninyo sa screen, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So ang title nila is Assessment of Hog Industry in Samal Island for Special Holidays of December 2021. So syempre maalista na ni, no, once you start by second sem. But then kay wala pa man pud mo naghimo, so malamang maalis na din inyohang holidays, no? It could be not December if magkandak mo or first semester, no? Siguro Holy Week, mga inana. So andito ba si Vanessa, si Iziel, Mira, and Axel? Vanessa lang.
Vanessa, ma'am.
Okay, sige, Van. So you will represent, di pa man mo, ready na mo, Van?
Nadili pa good, ma'am.
Okay lang, no? So anyway, if ever maubos na ang time nato, just prepare with a video presentation, ha? Para mo na lang to akong i-play for your presentation.
Yes, ma'am.
So ang kaning inyong format actually is this following the format ng ating research office? A research proposal submitted in partial fulfillment of the requirements for the AGRIPS method 1. So wala pa man ako naghatag sa inyo ha og ano, no? Tawag doon format kasi actually marag wala pa po format ang college gihatag, but then mag-ask lang sa ko, ha. So anyway, any format lang muna ngayon, and by next semester mag-follow na yung tag format kasi I am also the one assigned sa inyong thesis. So sa inyong introduction, sa man nga title? Pag Christmas daw, ano talaga dapat siya? Capital. So sa inyong introduction, you talk about December, what is December and what is happening in December. So as you can see, so please just take note of all the clerical errors and grammatical errors. Kasi anyway, babasahin ko pa man to kasi kung sino yung advisor ninyo, siya yung mag-final check sa inyong proposal. But then, mag-assign pa man ang research sa inyo. And for this, I will give you corrections once maka-final na yun mo introduction pa kasi to and objectives, no? So, medyo talaga, no? Kulang talaga ang inyong introduction. No, and although I appreciate kasi this is really an original idea, an original statement, no, and of their intensification and so in this proposal, hog industry is our main concern by giving important data or reports to what is going on within the production of pork meat products in the island. And local government guideline is also important following that the island is still recovering with the impact of ASF. together with how they handle price monitoring for simultaneous consumption. And lastly, the research is an important discussion that meet up to local growers concerned over swine production and how they cope up with life with so many uncertainties, especially pandemic is still prevailing. So, ang kulang lang siguro dito, no, since you got the point naman and yung rationale, i-mute mo na kita, Aljun, ha, kay saban kay ka. So, most tourism kasi sa sa Samal. So, you should be able to present data on pork production, kumbaga source, no? Initial source or initial, meron ba kayo dyan? May makuha ba kayo sa Samal na government, local government na data? Wala naman siguro, no? Pero for Davao City.
Ay, ma'am, naa daw ma'am sa City Vet ma'am, pero kailangan pa daw maghimog letter tapos magperma mo sa program head for a letter before ihatag nila ang data.
Oh, really? O sige, maghimotag ano-ana. But then initially you can also add topic here na what is the, kasi diretso din mo important data ng reports. Magamit mabuton niyo na data during your conduct of your research na. But initially in your introduction, you can probably describe na according to the general public, no, na based sa inyong observation or based sa inyong na-interview or personal communication, kulang ba or unsa ka mahal yun inyong kuandara, maano man ninyo, ma-differentiate ninyo ang pilay kilo sa inyong karne dara, no, baboy.
Tag 300 amo ama.
Oh, diba? 200 something raman na. Ay, 300 man gyapon sa tagom. Or anyways, kung asa gikan, no, or most probably sa inyo most sa inyo is gikan jud sa kanang mostly are imported, or I mean important from other island, or diha lang sa inyong locally produced ba siya?
Locally produced siya ma'am, kay wala pa nag-aadlaw pa jud nga mosulod ang mga pork products from other kuan.
Really? Wala day mo nagapasulod?
Pahirapan ang demand manggod kay karon ma'am, kay kanang pahirapan na ang kanang pahirapan na ang mga baboy karon, kay kuan na lang po tungod atong FXASF.
Gani. So you state na ninyo, itagdag niyo dire sa introduction, ha? And some, if you can add more about meat industry or hog industry in your island or in Davao region as a whole, mas maganda, no, na kung asa niyo makuha. Para ang introduction ninyo, at least 1 to 2 page siya, no? Dagdagan ninyo. But I really appreciate the way you have constructed your introduction kasi napaka-original. So sa objectives niyo naman, and you also state here the importance of hog industry. No, yun yung idagdag ninyo. And then your research proposal main objectives are to gather data and information that will be beneficial for local swine growers in the island, and to increase awareness by the impact of ASF and execute preventive measures to slow down its effect, and appreciate and uplift lives of local growers in handling situations that test their livelihood setting. Appreciate and uplift lives. Etong third na objective is parang malabo siya, no? Please delete this one kasi you cannot uplift the lives of, maliban lagtagan ninyo sa lagtag 1 million, no? So maybe you can just rephrase this one to provide data or idea no? Provide idea ba? O, sulatan ko na lang ito, but then, please take note kasi di man ako na mas-save sa inyo or mas-sign to provide idea or knowledge in handling situation that test their livelihood setting or their hag ba yan? Livelihood setting, anak. No? Kani siya, okay lang ni the second objective, increase awareness of ASF. And kani, okay lang ng first 2, 3. So yung third objectives niya lang ha is if maka-improve pa ninyo ni siya, the better. And but in relation to your title, siguro you don't need to state na lang this one kasi mabag-o magyapon na inyong title later on kasi di man mo maghulat og December pa para mag-conduct lang og research kung ma-approve na ni by next semester, di ba? So maybe mag-conduct mo mga April or May. So simply kani assessment of the hog industry in Samal Island lang. So okay na siya and your objectives. So do you have any more questions or clarification, Van? Vanessa,
Ma'am, kadong sa introduction, kadong na December na ako sa introduction, good ma'am, i-edit po na ako to ma'am.
Pwede na delete.
Kadong sa
Pwede na delete, no?
Kani-
Include lang ninyo ang kaning kung sa ka-importante kasi ang pork. Siguro dili lang yun mauna ang December. Siguro ibalhin niyo ni siya during holiday season, anak. No, anak.
Thank you, ma'am.
Anak lang siya. And then
Tapos katong letter ma'am.
Katong letter. Yes.
Magkuha mig data, ma'am.
Oo. Can you compose a letter or gusto niyo na ako na lang compose?
Hala ma'am, as in, ay kanang pud, kuha na lang siguro, ba-correction lang siguro mi sa imo ha ma'am, kay
Sige.
maulo pud mo.
Maulo pa mo sa lagay na yan. Sige, pag if sige, butangin na lang siya initial na para mahibalaan ako asa jud nga address, then kamo ang group ang nag-request, then through noted lang na siya nako, no? And then of
Yes,
course
ma'am.
i-edit na lang nako if unsa pa kailangan. Okay, so regarding this one introduction, ang methods ninyo wala pa? An RRL?
Wala pa ko kapasa mo, gikuan pa nako kay di ba ang sa first paragraph ma'am, importance ma'am, gikuan siya, bibutang sa pinaka first paragraph yung importance sa hog industry. Gi-finalize pa nako ma'am, magpasa ko taon-taon.
Sige. Okay, so that's for group 2 muna ha, and then let's proceed with the next one. I'll have group 8. Naaba si sorry, na-open na nako yung name. Okay. So, open ko lang to. So, ito yung group ninyo, Aljun, no? Sir Aljun.
Yes, ma'am. Gana, ma'am. Pag
Okay.
ako radyo mag-represent karon.
Mag-present na ka karon?
Dili mag-represent
Represent lang.
lang.
Wala si John Ray. So anyway, let's try to check. So okay naman yung title na Consumers' Perception and Preferences Between Broiler and Native Chicken in Island Garden City of Samal. So again, i-recheck pa nato ang inyong format. Okay, for your introduction, In the Philippines and Visayas, the commercial sector is characterized by industrial production system of broilers and layers of breeds. On the other hand, the backyard sector is made up of small farm with kept native and so ang ano ninyo ani inyuhang ano reference, okay, you have your reference. The main problem is that consumer selection is governed by many factors including so on. And this usually entails adhering to ethical, okay? Then, okay. So where did you get this data? Ayan. Wala na naituldok dara ha. PSA, ng Philippine Statistic Office. So ganun, no? The same with the other groups. So if you're going to talk about, like kanina, no, HAG, so most probably can you have, if not for the Davao region, for the whole country kanang muraganic data nga to show anong status ng ating hog industry, no? So you just look for Philippine Statistic Authority na nasa sila website. And so tingnan natin, population and income are factors other than affects, hence the Philippines. And it is important. Sorry, wala na ako ginabasa og na hence the I am assuming na kayo din ay nagbabasa, no? Hence the Philippine population continue to increase, total chicken consumption also increase. It is important that the consumers consume chicken meat products since it is one of the most nutritional because of proteins, vitamins, and so on. Native and takes considerable time, mature, feed, and whereas broilers advanced system. Therefore, this led consumers to conclude that carcass characteristic, quality, uniqueness are higher than that of broiler. Okay, very good. Apparently, inefficiency and competition with imported meat products are some of the problems faced by the local meat industry. And hence, it is one of the points that this study was conceptualized in order to describe the consumer preference for chicken meat products. And this study will help suppliers and retailers of the chicken. Wow, very good. By understanding the purchasing behavior of the consumer. Okay, so you got it right, huh? Well, okay na actually ang introduction, no? Yeah. Okay na siya. No? If you can add more, the better. Pero okay na siya. Na-upload mo yung statement of the problem, aims and objectives, research questions, significance. Kompleto na din eh. Wala pa yung methods. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Nanay methods, ma'am.
Wala pa.
Ha?
Marag sa pikas na niya submit kay giputol-putol pa mangutan ako pa submit. Okay, so so for the statement of the problem, broiler and meat has significant contribution to the chicken industry in spite of its critical role in household. There is scarcity of knowledge among chicken and produced commercial and backyard raisers on the consumer preferences. The daily increase in chicken meat demand in the city due to increasing number of tourists, hotels, recreation was one of the problems. Hence, there is a need to investigate. There is no research attempt carried out in SAMAL that can assess chicken meat producers as well as. Therefore, it is imperative. Siguro ang ilagay nyo lang dito is there is no published research. Kasi we don't know, maybe meron na, we are not just sure, and we cannot find it because it's not published. No published research yet carried out. So just take note of the corrections, Sir Aljon. Therefore, it is imperative to conduct comprehensive studies that can cover the entire chicken meat products and cultural research in broiler and native chicken meat. So, of course, so the aim of the study is to investigate consumer perception difference between broiler and native chicken meat in the island. Profile household socioeconomic characteristics of the respondent. Very good. Analyze the consumer's perception towards broiler and native. Compare and analyze factors between sige, very good. This research seeks to answer the undermentioned research questions. What is the social demographic profile and what is the socioeconomic profile? And what are the practices? And what are the practices of consumer? What are the different factors affecting consumer? And the chicken meat is not what chicken meat is product is most preferred. Okay. So actually pwede naman elaborate talaga yung kanyang statement of the problem and significance of the study kasi social research ito. And the study will provide basic information to business women and so on. For the producer, this research will give them an idea as to what type of chicken meat are mostly being consumed, and they will be able to consider also the different demands of the consumer towards chicken meat products. And for the retailers, since it will identify the different factors, no? And further, the seller will have an idea as to what chicken meat product is most preferred by the consumer. Very good. And through this study, we will be able to understand how the consumer respond with the chicken meat product, since the study will lay down the why, where, when, and how in terms of consumer possession preference for chicken products. For chicken meat suppliers, research will give them the idea to the different attributes to the consumer. This will considers in the purchase products and it's help them to fulfill the consumer's expectations chicken meat products. And for SICs, this will serve as a guide to those who will be conducting similar studies and further studies and so on. Siguro dili lang for SI students, no? Students and researchers. Sige, tawa na. Academic first and academic community siguro. Idagdag nyo na lang an academic institution, student for SIC student researchers, and academic institutions. Okay. So yeah, very good, very well well done. No, and hopefully the rest can follow to this one. So they have any sino bang nandito? Si Sir Aljon, si Prince nandito ba? Si Princess ayun na lang. Si Najib and si Jurex. Wala man ata sila dare. Si Sir Aljon lang. And Sir Aljon, do you have any questions or tawag doon, reaction to the correction?
Okay ra to, ma'am. Ako i-edit to kung kuan mga correction.
Okay, so I'll be looking forward sa inyong methods if naaba dere, ha? Tingnan
Sige,
ko
ma'am, sige,
muna. Okay. So that's for group 8 and we also have group 4. Andito ba ang mga group 4? Sina Kenneth and Raymer, andito si Raymer and Melrose ka and Elcherson. Melrose and Elcherson. So Melrose and Elcherson. Sure. Ready na mo? Are you ready for your presentation, group 4? Wala man naningog. Okay, so let's just see your submitted report. Feasibility study of fermented plant juice as an organic fertilizer. So for your introduction, nag-go up sa inyo hang ano kalibre 20 yun talaga. So supposedly meron tayong format for this next time, and like we can only use Arial 11 or Times New Roman. Naghatag ba ko sa inyo ha? I-review sana ko ha kung nakahatag ba ko or wala. So this study aims to provide alternative fertilizer sustaining its purpose to plants and how it affects the growth. Okay, and of course, you've mentioned here what is fermented plant juice and its uses. So medyo ano no, isang paragraph lang. So make it ano, Mo din gipadako din ninyo ha. Asa na si Sir, si Raymer. Gipadako lang ninyo ang ha, font ha, para mahimang isa ka page. So, dagdagan nyo lang, of course, you really need to add this and you have to provide data talaga na and resources or like when you say this one, no, if it is your own words, it's all right, no, but if it is from others or other references that you have taken out, so pwedeng ilagay nyo naman ang reference ito, no, the author and the year. And you are going to, again, recall it back to your references sa likod. And take note, last time we discussed on how to cite your references, no, properly using the APA form and so on. So for your objectives in general, the study aims to determine the feasibility production of fermented plant juice and organic fertilizer. The business also part on improving the so medyo maliin yung hang grammar ani ha, on improving the practices using organic fertilizer. The business also, unsa yung pasabot ani, Raymer? Also, siguro ano ne, title that, tawag doon. I don't know kung saan yung pasabot no, but maybe aims to improve the practices of using organic fertilizer, maybe, no? And also a strong supply chain in terms of agriculture support with less competitive market and easy availability of raw materials. This new market to have local government support helping farmers produce food and specifically in Asia, ha? Especially the study sought to. So ito yung objectives ninyo talaga. Determine if there is a quick result in using organic fertilizer, especially FPJ, then how farmers accept the organic fertilizer. The use siguro. Determine if there is quick. Determine the effects na lang ito, ha. So we're less than 10 minutes na lang. Determine the effects or the results of using organic fertilizer. Determine how the labeling and packaging done. Determine if there is a skilled workers in making of this product. There is skilled worker. Can you maybe based on your title, feasibility study kasi siya. So you have yung inyong objective do not drive to the title. So maybe here determine the effects of using organic fertilizer, especially FPJ on various plants, whatever say gusto niyo sa inyong questionnaire. Ito okay lang to, determine how farmers use the use of organic fertilizer. But in here maybe evaluate the cost, evaluate or wait lang, present or what they call that, discuss or demonstrate, discuss siguro or present na lang the methods and application of FPJ, to be specific, in what particular or in vegetables or in plants, whatever, and evaluate the cost and return. The cost and return of using FPJ in whatever plants, no? You have to be specific. Vegetables ba siya or unsa nga klase, tulo ba siya vegetable, whatever. So we still have to improve this one, especially yung inyong introduction. Okay, Raymer, any reaction? Asa na si Raymer? Wala na. Anyway, sige. I'll just have to, again, screenshot muna for our, ano sila akong ibuhat? Wait lang. Okay, wala pa si Raymer. Wala na si Raymer. Wait lang ha. Asa naman ako ang eleven. Okay, so ayun, no? So just take note. Anyway, this is a recorded video, so you can yung group 4 can just, you know, can just group 4 man sila, no? Can just review the correction. So we still have one, I guess 6 minutes. I don't know if it's enough. For group 5, the major challenges encountered by egg retail and wholesale enterprise on Salmon Island. So i-download ko pa siya. But I don't know if I have much time. Tignan na natin. So anytime, we only have 5 minutes. So again, I'm gonna see you on Friday for in continuation, and hopefully some of you will be ready na on your some of your reports. So for group 5, major challenges encountered by egg retailer in Salmon Island. So again, yung ating format, we will still revisit and check our format. So in your introduction, hindi ko na babasahin. You just have to add here the reference, no? Where did you get this whole paragraph? So as much as possible kasi nga you have to restate this one into your own words, and which of course citing again the author of saan nito ninyo kinuha, unless this is your own words. But most probably mas maganda, like for here, no, this you can own this kasi kayo yung taga dyan, and maybe this is part of your observation. Tama ba ko? Kinsa ganing group 5, sina Jeneline, Jacqueline, Dalene?
Yes po. Ma'am.
Yes po.
Yes. So is this your own words? Kaning akong gi-highlight dere?
Yes po, Doc.
Very good. So once na makasubmit na magkatong whole na mag lang ko og kanang corrections para sa final na ninyo before you go to your advisor para So again, ayun, isa pang lacking dito yung data ha, ng egg production in the Philippines sa PSA. And also challenges by egg. Okay, very good. So meron kayong problem statement. So sorry, 3 minutes na lang, Jude. So i-check ko na lang ito next later. But okay naman yung problem statement ninyo. And for your, what are the specific problems faced by, and what are the practices done, how did they in summary react, and what are the steps need to address. Okay, very good naman. So your objectives is to identify, okay, to determine the different practices, assess effectively interpersonal in dealing with, and to evaluate the improvement of. So, yes, okay naman yung objective ninyo so far. Okay, so ito clerical error lang. So okay naman, yun lang ang kulang ninyo ha, group 5. Yung inyong references sa introduction, and if you can add and enhance more, the better, and yung data ninyo. So do you have any reaction? Jeneline, Helen, Novi, Jacqueline, and Daline?
Ma'am,
Yeah?
data to sa egg production ang kita ngayon mo sa Philippines
Yes,
po.
in the whole Philippines, if possible. So I'm sorry, we cannot
Ay po,
proceed.
ma'am.
Yes, so we cannot proceed with the next group. Wala naman po ilain nag-post dere. Napa ba nag-post? Since we are running out of time, but we are going to continue on on Friday. So thank you very much for joining with me this session. Although na-change na itong schedule, but thanks God kasi available naman kayo. So hanggang next week lang mang pud good ta. So we have to make use of the time. Okay, so do you have any questions or clarification? Before maputol tayo, we are 1 minute na lang. Yes? So, ang group 1, wala pa nakasubmit, no? So, yeah, the good thing on posting here in your Facebook group is that maano day nako siya, no? Mapangita nako siya kaysa mo ato pa kog messenger, pangitaon nako tong mga name ninyo. If you can see my messenger daghan kay ko og kanang ipang nya hantod mawala na inyong pangalan na kung kinsa toy last na submit. But if you're going to post it here, tanang files nga naka-upload na rin, no? Nakabutang na dara tanan. So dali ra kaayo pangitaon actually. If you're going to submit through the Facebook group. But if ever you have technical problem, like diri lang man mo sa write something and create a post, and then mag-attach lang mo for naka-photo or video siya. If not, no, you are going to add the file. Asa ninyo choose the file, i-upload. No, kung asa siya gikan nga documents, then open, no? And then post. Then you have to write, of course, your name and yung ano ba yan, group and the title.